Peter, aka Fathom on Twitter, with my son,
Donut.
Yes, and what are we going to be doing a review of today?
Combine Wars Optimus Prime.
Yeah, we finally found this sucker. Yeah, let me see if I can try to light it up a little bit so you can see.
Oh yeah.
And not blind my son at the same time.
We got to find Ludicrous Megatron.
Well, he comes out later.
Yeah, we have to find 5 Stunticons.
Yeah, we got to find a few more Stunticons because so far we've only been able to find one.
Oh
And
yeah.
we're gonna try testing combining them as well. See, we got one guy right here.
I got one guy right here.
And then we also got what we're gonna be testing.
Was him.
Well, leave him alone for now. But we also got Power Glide. We found Power Glide.
And we found Wind Charger, of
Yes.
course. And he also come to be the chess piece from Optimus Prime.
Well, you gotta sit down.
I'm using it. And he will break his same. And then a sword.
So what do you want to do with this toy?
Refill this and play with it. Open that and see that.
Oh, really? Okay, let's get going then. So right here we got Optimus Prime out of the mostly out of the box. He has all these annoying pieces that are very hard to do. And here he is.
And Optimus Prime turned into a giant, even
bigger gun, right? Yeah, you got a super large Optimus Prime gun.
Oh.
I know you like Optimus Prime. See? And then let me get the card out.
Where's my L cards?
Well, you show those in a second. So yeah, I know you're gonna play with them. I'll help transform him.
I don't want to
So far, he's got
2 in the shuffle.
four combiner wars. Hold on, let me show. So you got Power Glide, Drag Strip,
And Wind Charger.
Wind Charger, and now Optimus Prime. These look like the Transformers Legends game that was on iOS and Android that they reused the stock photos. They could have used a higher level Optimus Prime that actually looks more like this super buff Optimus Prime. This Optimus Prime over here is super buff. People are nicknaming him Gorilla Prime, and they're pretty much right. He's got big gorilla arms and a huge body, but it's intentional because he's got to be this buff to be...
And he had come with one head.
Yeah, you can make his head pop. One way to make his head pop, you actually have to twist it and pop it around. And you could just have him normally turn around like say, hey, how's it going?
And he has a bigger head.
You could flip his head up. And then like, hey, I'm super big Ultra Prime head on normal Prime body. You could do the same to Menasor as well. So, which head do you like more, the Ultra Prime or the regular one?
The Ultra Prime.
Well, yeah, of course, because it's more bigger. It's actually a bigger head that matches the body, oddly enough, compared to that. Well, we'll work on transforming him. Hold on. We're gonna work on that. So, you got Ultra Prime's head, a normal Prime's body. You flip the back. It's got a nice little cool Matrix logo. Let's get this back in. Flip it down. Put him back in. Lock him away like that. And then Optimus Prime. Flip his head back. That's why Prime's head's so small.
And Prime's head is so
And then you got one blaster here. And the other blaster.
And you can turn
hard to fit. The second one's harder to fit.
Okay.
They won't break. Like that. We'll help transform soon. So, that's how it looks like. You gotta show it to people, on it. And that's how he looks like there.
He looks like the same in the picture, but he cannot.
He's got more muscles and gorilla arms and gorilla body. People call him 8 Prime also. But no, he doesn't turn into a gorilla, but
I did.
No, he turns into a truck. Let's get them.
Oh yeah, but he can.
These are a pain to take off.
You
don't want the plastic to crack for the guns. Fortunately, they thought ahead from their old toys. The guns are not painted, and of course, if you combine it like this, you will have a full blaster. Kind of disappointing that it's very short-ended when you got these two on him. It's super short. You want to turn him into a truck first, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do a truck. Let me lower it down.
I gotta combine with Starship in it.
Yes, we can. Let's first put them together as a car.
I'm gonna make them to a combine.
Since this is already the truck front.
Make them to a combine.
See if it actually spins better. Yeah, that works better. Okay, that closes better into place. Spin the head around so it gets locked in. Alright, let's see why it won't go. No, it's impairing it. That part is impairing it from going. There we go. Now we put that in. Lock that in. Now, let's see how Gorilla Prime goes.
You can't do Gorilla.
It's just funnier.
What I say.
There, it goes there.
Yeah, you want to turn to Gorilla.
Gorilla, yeah. Alright, let's put that there. To make a truck. Combine that. This guy looks really simple to transform. Put that back like that.
And we still got.
Put that like that.
I want to get all the box.
That. Squeeze it all together. Let's tilt that. Push that peg in. That peg in. He doesn't feel that tight in the center. Okay, that part fits in like that. And there you go. It's actually a really simple transformation. There you go. You got Optimus Prime as a truck.
And you can put in each can put his.
And then you could put these pieces. Disappointingly, you could put them in through the peg holes. There's little holes right here to put it in.
Oh, yeah.
One right here. All right, let's get and put the other one. And it looks like an engine. But the disappointing part is they didn't make it peg inside to side. If they would have, here, let's show everybody. I know you're having lots of fun with it, right? Wait. So they peg in. It looks all right.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, but if they would have made it so they made the weapons a little wider, would have pegged into engine. Well, Megatron's later. He's probably a few months down the line, possibly in May. It's not bad. It's actually okay.
And you got this. And we saw combined war from a cracker.
Yeah. So let's transform back into a robot. It's an okay form. Only downside is since they kept part of the mold for Motor Master, they could have painted this a different color. They could have even kept the generic red in this one too.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason they need to make it gray. Let's keep going with this. Come on. You gotta keep going on this. Yes, well, Bruticus is later. You're talking about Menasor. Bruticus isn't out until later. They haven't even announced him yet. Alright, so transform this guy back.
I want to get Devastator.
He's got really cool ratcheting joints.
Yeah, I want to transform him to a gorilla.
Yeah, gorilla. He doesn't turn into a gorilla. It's just a nickname because of how they did it.
That he always did.
This guy's pretty simple. I can't wait till Motor Master comes out. I actually like him more than Optimus Prime because Motor Master, the original mold is Motor Master, and then they use Prime instead for this.
Why use Prime for Motor Master?
They use Motor Master's mold and made Optimus Prime. So, transforming him into a robot. Fairly simple. So, yeah, Gorilla Prime because they nickname him so he can actually be like Beast Wars Optimus Prime. He can bend his back like this, and then he's like a gorilla. Something like that. That's why they want to nickname people call him Gorilla Prime or Gorilla Arms, because pretty much he's got huge arms that go fairly all the way to past his kneecaps. And people are saying, "Oh, you can readjust this and that," but you know what? It's fine. He's got to be super buff and super gorilla large in order to combine anyways. Well, yeah, we're going to make him a combiner robot. Careful. Yes, and his big honking blaster is really cool. I just wish it was a little thicker and wider. And then let's compare him to different primes that we got. We got, before we combine them into a big robot, we got here Optimus Prime. Let me make this a little taller. Height-wise, you'll be able to see right away. Then you got Power Master Optimus Prime. He's just a little taller, maybe what, 3 inches taller?
And we check
but this guy looks cooler.
Oh, yeah, but
then we got Classics. I think it's Classics Deluxe Optimus Prime, who is just a little shorter, but looks nicer. I like the face mold on this one, but this one looks a little more like G1.
And this one will like the same height, but a little smaller.
There's an added bonus. We got 2 more Optimus Primes.
What about those ones?
Yes, of course.
I
have more, but the problem is they're all in storage, and it's pretty much a hard time to get them out. I have a few other Optimus Primes. I have the G1 Optimus Prime, I have G1 reissue Optimus Prime. I have Transformers, the Optimus Prime that is a car. Near the end of the series, we got also the McDonald's Optimus Prime height-wise. We'll just put that in front. And then we also have Rescue Bots.
Oh, yeah, I think that
Energize Optimus Prime right next to him. We'll put it right next to him. So he's a little taller than Rescue Bots Optimus Prime. So we got a lot of Optimus Primes here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I'm a big Megatron fan, some reason the Megatrons aren't that good. The only Megatron I'm looking forward to is the Combiner Wars Megatron Leader class, because he is strongly familiar to like the G1 Megatron that's in the comics right now. I don't know if he combines.
I think he did.
Well, they were trying in the comics. Megatron was supposed to become the new head of Devastator, but it ended up being Prowl. Read the comics, people. The comics are awesome. And a lot of these characters, a lot of the newer characters that are in the toy lines right now are from the comics.
And forget,
right, so let's get these all
and Angry Bird Transformers new comics are coming out.
Yeah.
There will be 3 and 8 and 9.
Yes. There's a lot of them coming out. So here, let's put drag strip, right? Yeah, drag strip right next to him, so you can see height-wise that he's a lot more buffer and awesome. Then you got Wind Charger, right? These are the smaller Legends, I think, class figures. There's Wind Charger height-wise. He's very small. And then, of course, we've got... What's his name?
Power Glide.
Power Glide. Of course, I got the G1 Power Glide. You get Power Glide. Power Glide turns into a little blaster rifle.
They was like, hey, we'll make him into a gun.
All right. This just in, my lovely wife reminded me I've got a few more other ones, thanks to what we discovered not so long ago. We got, I think this is MP1, 25th Anniversary Optimus Prime. He is a super giant. Yes?
And we got Gold Optimus Prime.
Yes, we got Year of the Horse Optimus Prime.
And he comes with a trailer, and he comes with a
sorry,
Megatron.
Ronan, I'm going to block you for a minute. We got this guy, which if I get enough followers, I will review this guy. This is Optimus Prime Platinum Edition 30th. Year of the Horse. And this guy is really cool.
Right.
Yes, of course.
And he comes with a white trailer.
A transparent trailer. Let's open him up. Oh, I haven't opened him yet. His head is down because he is waiting. This guy's still sealed. I got him a while ago. It's got the clear trailer and the Matrix and everything. But that will be another day if people want to.
White Electronics.
Yes. If people want to follow.
But people want to follow him and escape him and get.
Oh no! Follow us on YouTube, Ronan.
And people try to make it from Chinese.
It's okay. It's okay. Relax. I know you really want to see this toy review. So yeah, this is the MP1 Optimus Prime, height-wise compared to this Optimus Prime and this Optimus Prime and Power Master Optimus Prime. That, of course, he's the tallest and the best looking. Still pretty cool. Alright, so now let's concentrate on finishing this review. Got it? Alright, let's get going. Let's transform this guy. Alright, so we came, luckily enough, our box came with 2 sets of instruction manuals, but sadly one of them is damaged. But it's good that we had 2. So we'll look at the torn one, just so if it gets broken, it's alright. So, as you can see, here's what the pictures look like.
I think a new picture will be.
Of course. Let me set the focus to be a little bit better. Alright, so got this right here. You can just start scrolling over. Just to make it nice. So see, that's how you transform. This guy's really easy. I like that they made him simple.
But I want to turn.
We're going to turn him into
a combiner.
Into a combiner. It says, turn Optimus Prime into Ultra Prime. Some reason they made Alpha Bravo, Skydive, Firefly, Dragstrip, and Air Bravo become pieces of him. And it says, Optimus Prime figure works with all deluxe scale Combiner Wars figures, blah, blah, blah. If you want to read the rest, pause it. Shows how to transform him. I'm going to show you the picture, and then I'm going to do the transformation. See? You got that, you twist that, you pop that out, you twist it and click it, and there you go. You got awesome Optimus Ultra Prime.
But you can buy the figure, so you know you can check them out.
Okay, so let's work on this guy. All right. This guy's supposed to be fairly easy, so let's see here. What we're going to do is flip his personality away. Click. Next, you got to turn his arms around. Keep the pegs in place like here. Turn yourself around. I can show you how. So now you see these pegs? There's a peg right here. I'm going to make it so I have autofocus right to this point. See the peg there? That peg goes into this hole right there. It's really easy. It's supposed to click right in a place. Click. And then the hand flips like that. Now you have an open slot for putting the arm. Do the same for this. Click that in place. Turn it around. Fit it in the peg.
And the waves are very easy.
Beautiful. Flip that up.
And the waves are very easy.
Flip this forward. Flip the head up. Keep that on. Now you got Ultra Prime's face. Voila. Now the legs are the part you got to be careful about.
But you have to turn around.
Well, we're going to work on that.
I did.
Now the legs. Legs. Supposed to turn it up to a point like this. Turn this one up to this. Now let's figure out what to do next. There's these pieces that are supposed to click into place. Here we go. This piece goes another peg over here. Click it into place. Won't come out. Won't fall out. Put this. This one stays into place. Keep that leg there, that leg there. Now, you're supposed to be all set. Good to go. But, let's see here. To put Prime's piece, you got to turn his crutch around. There you go. Put that into place. You can either lower it. They say to put it right here. So that way it looks awesome. Now, here you got Ultra Prime's torso. You need 4 other characters, and he has a chest hole to put another character in.
And you're going to put him.
I don't know if he can put him in, but let's transform this guy and see if it fits. He might not have the hole pegs. The new Combiner Wars ones, even though this guy's a Combiner Wars, he doesn't have a peg for anything, which is kind of sad. I thought he would be used for something. I think they just reused some older molds for the sole case of this. Power Glade is a weapon, and we'll be testing that out today. See how he fits.
We tonight?
Right now, we're going to be testing him.
You're supposed to be tonight, whether or not today.
Tonight is today, so yes.
Well, why put the 2 whites to make day? Why put the 2 whites to make day? Why put the 2 whites to make day?
Well, we need light. It's dark.
But why put it to make day?
Alright, so see, if you had the right type of vehicle, it would click on the Ultra Prime and fit in here. He would have a car, and it would fit in his chest, wouldn't fall out. This guy was not made for that, so he's going to fall right out. He doesn't have hole pegs to fit him in, but you would have a car that's from Combiner Wars. Even though this is a car from Combiner Wars, they some reason didn't add it in, feature for him to stick on. So sadly, this guy doesn't work. But let's make him a weapon.
How do you use him?
He's easy. I'll just transform him off camera because it is...
It's very hard.
No, not very hard at all.
Do you like my
So
video?
you flip this, flip this, flip this up, flip this guy, change this around, turn that down, and here you go. You got him as a blaster. And see, his blaster form's complete. You turn his face away, and you got him as a blaster. Now, let's try putting Drag Strip as an arm. Let's transform this guy. Get the knife out.
And can turn to a gun.
Flip him around. Click this into place. Put that into place. Flip that back.
So this the gun.
Flip that. Now, these pieces are universal, so we'll make it a different hand. Make it the right hand. It goes right in the socket right there. And this blaster goes in the hole. The greatest thing about these guys is they got a hole right to put a blaster in. Sure enough, voila, he fits. Alright, Ultra Prime. This is his front, remember on it? You're going to put it. Nice thing is, you just push it in a little. Clicks into place, doesn't fall out. There you go. Wait, we're showing everybody first. There, now you got an arm. And that is awesome looking. And I can't wait to get the rest of the Stunticons, because aerial bots look okay, but they look like really weird. Stunticons look like vehicles when you transform them.
Well, yeah, but next year I gotta get the aerial bots.
Maybe another time, maybe if I see them clearance, but these guys are not they're not that good. So pull this out, you just pull it back. Really simple, quick design, pull it out. And now let's make this as a leg. Flip this up. Click them into place. Click that up. Switch this out into a foot. This hand is modular, so just flip it. Turns into any foot. Connect it into there. Flip it that way, so it looks awesome. Then to put it on Ultra Prime, take it and you push it same way. Bam! He has a foot. That looks really awesome.
Just make him stand with it.
Only one. It's not going to work well. So you got him right there. And so to bend it, let's turn him around. He has a knee joint that's on the Stunticon that makes it bend and turn and flex any way. He's super posable.
Okay, show mommy.
So we're back. And all in all, this figure is pretty darn cool. His Optimus Prime mode's okay. They just thought, like, hey, let's use another piece, mold it, modify it a bit, and make this Ultra Prime mode. But it's pretty darn cool. After getting it in your hands and playing with it, it is pretty nice and pretty fun. Without having Prime, you could just have the chest piece like this. One major downside that I noticed, everything is just normal plastic. They decided to ultra gloss the paint up for his chest piece for no reason other than to just make it super glossy, and it actually detracts the whole quality of the figure. Other than that, it's pretty cool, and this works pretty cool. All you gotta do is to pop this guy out. Let's pop that down. It slides right out. This combiner technology is probably one of the coolest things I've seen in there. So all in all, this Combiner Wars Prime, if you like Optimus Prime, yeah, get it. Collect it. It's awesome. If you don't really care about Prime much, get the Motormaster. But I've liked Optimus Prime. I thought I'd get him because he looks really cool, even though he's a gorilla. He's got the gorilla look going on. But the gorilla look, you know what? To be that muscular and have long arms to beat up the Decepticons, sure, why not? So yeah, this guy's really cool, and he'll be going on my shelf eventually once I get more pieces for him. Once we get the Stunticons, I'll have, we'll complete that set. Maybe we'll do the aerial bots afterwards, but all depends on viewers like you. If you like our videos, you know, subscribe, leave us feedback, let us know. So, what do you think of Optimus Prime? You think he's awesome?
Yeah.
Out of a rating of 1 to 10, what do you rate Optimus Prime? 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest.
Highest.
Oh, the highest, so it'd be a 10, huh? Okay. Okay, I want your opinion since you're, how old are you now?
4 years old.
Okay, let me switch Optimus Prime back.
How can I find this guy into a car?
I need your opinion from an honest 4-year-old. Because you know what? This is where the toys are going to. Sure, they're going to collectors, but you know what? When I was about 4 years old when I first started collecting Transformers, and thanks to my family, my uncles, they were able to get me some of these, and Transformers was a major impact to my life.
But why car is not rolling?
Because it was such a cool toy that helps build the imaginations of children, you know? Out of all these, let's say out of these 3, which one do you like the most now?
I know that guy.
Yeah, because he could transform into a bigger robot, right? And that's the thing about Transformers. You got Power Master Prime here. Reason I loved him when I was a kid, because this Optimus Prime...
And why we got Skybite.
Well, they have them at the store, but we're talking about Prime now. This Optimus Prime, I had the other one, but this was my go-to Prime because he was so cool. He turned from... I read the comics because they didn't have this guy in the cartoon, except in Japan.
Oh yeah, Bobby saw it.
This guy would turn into a... This guy is like, this Optimus Prime is so cool that he turns into an even bigger Optimus Prime to beat the bad guys up. That was cool. And you know what? This guy is pretty much the sequel to this guy. But even better because it's got the Combiner Wars.
And Optimus can explode Autobots and Phantom.
Well, yeah, he does all sorts of stuff. But this guy is more like a homage to the episode of the cartoon Scramble City that came out in Japan, never came out in America, that they had the Scramble transformations. There's going to be even more of these guys. What I saw is they're actually going to have Cyclonus as become Galvatronus, or Galvatronus as a combiner, and that's the one I'd like to get as a combiner war. And he controls the minds of people supposedly. So yeah. So look forward to more reviews. Just give us feedback, comment below, and click subscribe.
Bye.
And thanks for watching.
Bye.